Luke Carty.
Scott Russell.
Chris Beal.
I was an Air Force guy. I was stationed at Mountain Home Air Force Base, Idaho, and I was an F-15 mechanic doing structural maintenance and painting and fabrication work.
So I went in, I got in the medevac unit, Delaware National Guard Aeromedical Evacuation Unit. 142nd Airvac is the typical term.
I was in Air Force. I did the fire department the first part of my service, and then when I got my nursing degree, went into air evacuation. So moving wounded and injured, sick from one point to the next.
You know, doing aircraft panels on F-15s that are going Mach 4 and stuff, the tolerances on those things are really small. So we were measuring to the 64th 7-inch to the 1000th 7-inch in different cases and stuff. So when I got out, doing the fine work and tight, clean work was in my wheelhouse. So that's when I decided kitchens and crown molding and all the fine detailed stuff was my thing.
I've been to every crap hole in the world. I've seen the worst that man has to offer each other. I've evacuated thousands of wounded soldiers and KIAs. Really interesting military career. Every place, Afghanistan, Iraq, Africa, Kosovo, Bosnia, Somalia, it just goes on and on and on. But up to that point, and then, you know, flying the wounded home, seeing them all chewed up, and I'll just put it simple, as hamburger. It looks like a giant piece of hamburger that the wounded soldiers are from the IEDs and all.
You would fly a routine mission would be like you were pulling people from Germany to the States to like the major hospitals like Walter Reed and Bethesda. And the urgents would be, urgents you have to move them within 24 hours. You have burns, gunshots, long bone injuries, like him with like catastrophic injuries from blasts.
It definitely gives me a sense of accomplishment. It's nice to work with your hands, build something, and get to see the completed product.
I don't take my freedom for granted. Everybody, not here, but I'd say most of the country right now takes their freedom for granted. They don't know what it's like to have to bleed for their freedom, to have the freedom they have. Like, you know, my grandfather fought from Normandy to Berlin. My great uncle died right outside of Normandy.
I mean, I grew from that. I mean, I'm not saying I was immature. I was when 9/11 happened, I was 41 years old. So a little long in the tooth, you know. I served with a lot of younger guys. And then you serve with, like, it's like here, you know, you meet different people and you end up picking up things that you didn't think you would need or you knew. So I learned a lot from like older people that flew, and then as I got up in rank, I was kind of that guy. But in the beginning, you know, you learned a lot from the folks that've been there.
Yeah, I love A Soldier's Journey Home. Like I said, when I found them, I was like, these guys are the real deal, and I'll be around for a long time. It's just amazing that we get to take a couple weeks every year out of our lives, volunteer our time and energy, and in just those couple weeks, change someone's life forever.
I don't get very emotional much. The only time I get emotional is here and when national anthems played. That's it. It's the only place everything else I just go, eh. But it's a weird thing, isn't it? My wife she goes, "What's wrong with you?" You know, I'm very emotional about this because it's really close to my heart. It's important to me.
And being away from your family for a long time, family-wise, it was hard on them. I mean, I had young kids growing up, and I tell people today that, you know, you just better spend some time with your family because you never know when you're going to be away. I was probably 3.5, 4 years from 01 to 18 away. Not to mention the training and all the other stuff that went on. And then working for the fire department, you know, so it was tough.
And this is the one organization that I would say that's out there. When you donate your money, you see where your money goes within 6 months. Whatever place you donate your money to, you see where it goes. You donate and they say it does this. You take a picture of that house. I can look at people on the camera and say, you donated money? There's your donation right there. It's in that house. You know, it's in the sweat and blood put in that house. So it's one place where I tell people, your donation, you can see where your money goes almost instantly. If you want to wait to donate it just as the build starts, then you definitely see it within a couple weeks. So it's a really cool thing when you think about it.